So we now go to question 22. Question number 22. Question 22 is on what we call single stage decisions. Single stage decisions. Single stage decisions. So the following way of matrix shows the potential profit and losses in millions of shillings, which are expected to arise from launching new products, P1, P2, P3, and P4, in the 5 market conditions. Now you are required assisting the product. I think should be assuming that the products are mutually exclusive. Evaluate the best decision using those rules. We evaluate the best decisions using those rules. So the first thing is to have the payoffs. We just copy the table, the way it is given there. It's called the payoff table. So this question already has given us the payoffs. It has given us the payoffs. The options are 4. The options are 4. So, one, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So these are options. These are outcomes. The options are the products, P1, P2, P3, P4, and then we have the probability. We have the probabilities. This is M1, M2, M3, M4, M5, M5. So I need another one here. For EMV. or EMV. So P1 gonna 15, 10, 0, 26, and 17. P2 is gonna 3, 14, 8, 9, 2. P3 is gonna 1, 5, 14, 20, and minus 3. We are gonna 7, 19, 10, 2, and 0. Now, this question has not given us probabilities, but I want to assume them. I want to assume them so that I'm able to do everything that I want. So, but in an exam, you don't assume, you just do whatever they require. It can be done without the probabilities. But there are two things I want to include. So, this one I can give it 0.1, 0.3, 0.4 is already 0.3, 0.6. No. This one then can be 0.2. Is already 3, 6, 8, and 0.1. So those probabilities I've just assumed them. For the purposes of our workings. So have you finished drawing? Have you finished drawing? Marisa, sema yes. Yes, Wajiro. Aris and Catherine, are you through? Yes, Catherine, Aris. I've said the probabilities, I've assumed them, Aris, those are assumed. I've assumed them because I want to do beyond what the question requires. So the probabilities are assumed. Okay, so we can proceed. So the first rule that I want to mention is called expected monetary value. Expected monetary value rule. Expected monetary value rule. Expected monetary value rule. So we have the option here, and we have the EMV. And for the interest of time, we will do it orally, then you will give me the answer. We will do it orally. So chukua your calculator. Tutaenda tukimultiply hizi with the probabilities. So let's start for the first one. 15 times 0.1 plus 10 times 0.2 plus 0 times 0.3 plus 26 times 0.2 plus 17 times 0.1 equals, somebody said me the answer, be great. Let's try to be fast so that by one to kumaliza haya maswali. Good, material 10.4. So 10.4, that is for P1. Let us do the same thing for P2. Say 3 times 0.1 plus 14 times 0.2 plus 8 times 0.3 plus 9 times 0.2 plus 2 times 0.1. Catherine and Alice, I need your answers also. What is the answer there? Yes, 07.5. I have P3. P3, unasema ni 1 times 0.1 plus 5 times 0.2 plus 14 times 0.3 plus 20 times 0.2 plus minus 3 times 0.1. Yes, Alice, I can see that. The next one, 9. And P4, we do the same thing. 7 times 0.1 plus 19 times 0.2 plus 10 times 0.3 plus 2 times 0.2 plus 0 times 0.1. 7.9. Yes, Ari, 7.9. So that one is as simple as that. You just take these values, you multiply with the probabilities that you add, you get the expected monetary value. So according to this rule, we pick the highest. So the highest in E. So that is the one we pick. So the advice we shall give them is they should round P1. So that is the advice we shall give them. They should round product P1. So come and copy these ones here. 10.4, 7.5, 9, and 7.9. And maybe, because we will require this kidogo later, nataka uongezee hapa. Hapa tulikuwa tumeandika EMV, extend hivi uandike without information. Hizi tumetafuta zinaitwa EMV without information. Zinaitwa EMV without information. Hiyo haiko imeulizwa, acha tuende kwa the one that has been asked. Rapraise rule. Let us go to the Rapraise rule. Rapraise rule. So Rapraise rule, we have the option And we have something called simple average payoff. Simple average payoff. Simple average payoff. So towards the P1. So what I need we can still do without writing. What you do, when you add these payoffs so in an option, you divide by how many they are. They are 5. So let's start with P1. Pasema 15 plus 10 plus 0 plus 26 plus 17 equals divide by 5. You add all of them, you divide by 5. Send me the answer. Yes, you are 13.6. When the P2. P2, you do the same thing. 3 plus 14 plus 8 plus 9 plus 2 equals divide by 5. Yes, 7.2. And when the P3, 1 plus 5 plus 14 plus 20 minus 3 equals divide by 5. 7.4. That is P3. Then we go to P4. 7 plus 19 plus 10 plus 2 plus 0 equals divide by 5. 7.6. Good. Hiyo ni rahisi tu hivyo. Sasa ukiwa kwa race, you take the highest. You take the highest. So the highest will be. So you advise them. You advise them to round P1. You advise them to round product P1. That's the advice you shall give. The round product P1. Hiyo nyingine inahitajika ni max mean criterion. Max mean criterion or rule. So huyu naye huwa anapangwa namna hii. You have the option and then you pick the minimum payoff. You pick the minimum payoff option and then you pick the minimum payoff. So for P1, the minimum payoff is 0. P2, the minimum payoff is 2. P3, the minimum payoff is -3. P4, the minimum payoff is 0. Is 0. Sasa hii ilikwambia inasomwa select the maximum of the minimums. So the maximum of the minimums is this one. So the advice is they should go for P2. The advice is they should go for P2. There is another rule that I still need to remind you that is not included there. You need to remind you how to go about it in case you come across it. Min-max rule. So this one, you have the option here. Now you extract the maximum payoff. Ukiambiwa minimax, chukua option, you extract the maximum. So for P1, the maximum payoff is 26. For P2, the maximum payoff is 14. For P3, the maximum payoff is 20. For P4, the maximum payoff is 19. Those are the maximums. So here now what in someone select the minimum of the maximums. Select the minimum of the maximums. So the minimum we need. So we advise them to go for P2. We advise them to go for P2. So huyu mwingine anaitwa Howitz rule. Howitz rule. Now Howitz rule hiyo inapangwa hivi, option itabidi tuandike. Alafu nasema alpha times the best payoff plus 1 minus alpha times the worst. And that gives you what we call weighted average payoff. Weighted average payoff. Nachukua alpha times the best payoff. 1 minus alpha times the worst. That gives you what we call weighted average payoff. That gives you weighted average payoff. Weighted average payoff. Weighted average payoff. So this is P1. P1, tunaambiwa 1 minus alpha is at 5. So that means alpha must be 0.65. Alpha is 0.65. So 0.65 times the best. The best in here, 26. Plus 0.35 times the worst. The worst there is the minimum, 0. So take your calculator and give me the answer there. 0.65 times 26. Give me the answer. Yeah, good, 16.9. We go to B2, 0.65 multiplied by the best is 14 plus 0.35 times the worst is 2. So again, get your calc. Give me the answer. Yeah, good. 9.8. P3 is 0.65 multiplied by the best there is 20 plus 0.35 The worst there is -3. So 0.65 times 20 minus 0.35 times 3. Give me the answer. Yes, 11.95. And then P4 is 0.65 multiplied by, the base there is 19 plus 0.35 multiplied by, the worst is 0. The worst is 0. So 0.65 times 19 is 12.35. $12.35. So sasa, the advice is you go for the highest. The highest we need. So they should round P1. They should round P1. They should round P1. Round P1. The next one, inaitwa Sabet or regret rule. So that will require us to draw an opportunity costs table. Let us draw a table similar to this other one. Huwa inaitwa opportunity losses table. Opportunity losses table. So this is P1, P2, P3, P4, and then we have the probability. This is M1, M2, M3, M4, M5, and then you have expected opportunity loss. expected opportunity loss. So I told you what to do. Narudi kwa hii table. In every column you pick the highest. So sasa hapa kwa M1, the highest is 15. So we will be saying 15 minus 15, that gives us 0. 15 minus 3, that will give us 12. 15 minus 1, that gives us 14. And 15 minus 7, that gives us 8. Those are the opportunity costs. You get them like that. Kuja kwa M2, uchukue the highest. The highest is 19. So uanze kusema 19 minus 10, that is 9. Then 19 minus 14, that is 5. 19 minus 5, that is 14. 19 minus 19, that is 0. That is 0. Kuja kwa M3, chukua the highest. The highest is 14. So it is 14 minus 0. That is 14. 14 minus 8, that is 14 minus 14, that is 0. 14 minus 10, that is 4. That is 4. M4 is 26. So 26 minus 26, 0. 26 minus 9, that is 17. 26 minus 20, 6. 26 minus 2, 24. Now when you are in 5, the highest is 17. So 17 minus 17, 0. 17 minus 2, 15. 17 minus 3, 20. 17 minus 0, 17. And then you take the probabilities. 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.2, and 0.1. EOS, we create them just like we created the EMV. So these opportunity losses to multiply in probabilities. So 0 times 0.1 plus 9 times 0.2 plus 14 times 0.3 plus 0 times 0.2 plus 0 times 0.1. The answer is 6. 12 times 0.1 plus 5 times 0.2 plus 6 times 0.3 plus 17 times 0.2 plus 15 times 0.1, 8.9. 14 times 0.1 plus 14 times 0.2 plus 0 times 0.3 plus 6 times 0.2 plus 20 times 0.1, 7.4. 8 times 0.1 plus 0 times 0.2 plus 4 times 0.3 plus 24 times 0.2 plus 17 times 0.1. 8 0.5. So sasa wakituambia utumie the rule inaitwa savage ama regret rule. Regret rule hiyo tu unakuja unaangalia the US and you pick the smallest. You pick the smallest. So the advice is P1 since it has lowest EOL. So hiyo nimeongezea since because hatuja extract kama tulikuwa extract kwa wengine. Na hii ingine wanaita minimax regret. Minimax regret. Minimax regret rule. So hii nayo huwa inapangwa the same way. You have the option here. And then you extract the maximum regret. So P1, P2, P3, and P4. So regret is opportunity losses. Regret is the other one for opportunity losses. So ukibia kwa P1, the maximum regret will be 14. Ukibia kwa P2, the maximum is 17. P3, the maximum is 20. P4, the maximum is 24. So this says you select the minimum of the maximums. So the minimum of the maximums is that. So you advise that they round P1. The last thing I want to show you how to compute there is called value of information. Value of information. So ukiambiwa utafute value of information, What you do, unakuja kwa hii table, hii ya original payoffs. Kwa each column, you pick the highest, kwa each outcome. So we will take 15, the highest there, times 0.1. Plus, unakuja kwa M2, the highest is 19, times 0.2. Huyu mwingine, the highest is 14, times 0.3. Huyu mwingine hapa, the highest is 26, times 0.2. Huyu naye, the highest is 17, times 0.1. You minus the highest EMV. The highest EMV is 10.4. And the answer you get should be equal to 6. 6 was the lowest POM. So can you confirm whether that is true? Confirm whether that is true. Yes, Wajiro agrees. What about Catherine and Alice? Are you in agreement that it is true? Good. You can see Catherine and Alice, you have agreed. So those are the single stage decisions that you should be familiar with. You should be familiar with those things. Sasa finally tuingie kwa network. Hiyo swali inafuata ni ya crash. That is now question 23. It is crashing of projects. You're asking the table to calculate min-max regret is different from regret rule. Yes. The min-max regret, you're inatumia the values without the probabilities. You're ni kuchagua. But the regret or the savage, ikiwa peke yake, inatumia EOM. Inatumia EOM. That's good. So, as you know, the first thing is to come up with a sketch. Let's come up with a sketch of our diagram. So, you can see A is not preceded, B is also not preceded, C is coming from A, D, E, F, they are coming from B. So hii inatoa tatu. D, E, F. Then G inatoka kwa CD, so they don't share the start, so they can share an end here, so that together they bring G, and H is coming from F. Hiyo ni rahisi sana, so that now zote zikuje zipatane hapa. So wakishapatana hapo, so let us now do the network diagram. The network diagram. So the network diagram so this is A. This is B. This is F. Will be E. This is H. This is G. This is B. And this is C. So ukifika hapo, type the word there. Kwanza niandike times. A iko na 5, 3. B ni 4, 4. C ni 2, 1. D ni 1, 1. E ni 5, 3. F ni 5, 4. G ni 4, 2. Na huyu ni V2. So ukifika hapo, andika the word there so that we do the forwards and backwards together. Andika the word there, ukifika hapo. Time imesonga. To finish. So I can see all of us, you are there. So let's do the forwards. So starting with the normal, this is 0. 0 plus 5, that is 5. 0 plus 4, we have 4. Here the part there are 2, so 4 plus 1, that is 5. 5 plus 2, 7. So we take the higher, 7. If you put up, it will be 4 plus 5, that is 9. When I get there, there are 3. So nikianza na huyu, it is 4 plus 5, 9. Nikikuja huyu, 9 plus 3, 12. Nikikuja hapa, 7 plus 4, 11. So I go for the highest, 12. Then we begin with 12. So 12 minus 3, this is 9. 12 minus 4, this is 8. Then obviously here, 9 minus 5, that is 4. 12 minus 5, 7. 8 minus 1, 7. So we go for the smallest. The smallest is 4. Here, it will be 8 minus 2, that is 6. And this is 0. So while we satisfy criteria for critical is B is critical, then F and H. Remember, although E, we can have both equal here at the tail and the head, it is not critical because ukipitia root E, it will take you 5 days. But ukipitia F, it will take you 5 plus 3, 8. So the longer they are critical. The crash, this is 0 plus 3, 3 plus 4, 4. 4 plus 1, that is 5. 3 plus 2, so we have 5 here. Then 4 plus 4, that is 8. Then 5 plus 2, that will be 7. 4 plus 3, 7. 8 plus 2, 10. So we go for 10. And 10 here. So 10 minus 2, 8. 10 minus 2, 8. And 8 minus 4, 4. 8 minus 1, 7. And this is 0. And you realize that the critical part remains. The critical part remains. Now, the next thing that we are supposed to do is to compute the slopes. You remember the formula of computing the slope, but this question has computed the slopes for us. What is being called extra cost per week saved? That is the slope. It is called a saving because it is also the incremental cost. So the slope for A is 200, put it here. For B, it is 0. You can see B has not been crushed, so it is 0. C, it has a slope of 1500. D, it has no slope, it has not been crushed. E, it has a slope of 300. F, it has a slope of 700. G, it has a slope of 2000. And F, H is 1000. H is 1,000. So let us see whether we should uncrash. Whether there is anything to uncrash. Now, in uncrashing, I told you you don't touch the critical parts. Those ones will not be touched. So wale tunaweza guza ni A, C, D, E, G. And I told you you should start with the one that are the highest. So tuanze na huyu G. Because we are gonna meet sana, we are gonna see the meet. So if you come to G, unapata amenyang'anywa 2 days from 4 to 2. So add back 2. So if we add back 2, let us see whether that will be possible. So for that to be possible, G here must be able to start rate tests. So the rate test that G must start will be this 10 minus 2 minus 2, which is 6. Because to meanzia huku bus, that's what you do when you're starting from the bus. So kama tunataka kurudisha G the 2 days, the earliest that G should the rate test that it must start is day 6. So that we say 6 plus 2 plus 2 is 10. So if that is the case, wacha tuone kama wenye wametangulia, they will allow G to start at day 6. Let's look at D. If you look at D, the earliest they can start is 4. So 4 plus 1, that is 5. So if D will finish by day 5, it will even have 1 day to wait for G to finish and to start. For G to start. Because G requires day 6. So D, haina shida, hiyo imekubali. Wacha tuangalie hapa C and A. So C and A, it will be 3 plus 1. 3 plus 1 is equal to 4. So they can be able to finish by day 4. So if they finish by day 4, it means that G is in a position to start by day 6. G is in a position to start by day 6. I hope you're getting that. It's like if I want to start a class, or rather, if there is another teacher who wants to start this class by 1, it is only possible for him to start the class by 1, kama mimi nitamaliza hii yangu before 1. So huyu anahitaji kuanza 6. Hawa anamaliza 4 na huyu anamaliza 5. So hawa wamekubali. So let us come now to the next one. The next one when you're gonna, so the next one when you're gonna the highest who you see, you're gonna 15. Now C imenyang'anywa 1 day, so add back 1 day there. Add back 1 day. So when you add back 1 day, remember tulikuwa tumesema A and C they require 3 plus 1, that is 4. So wakimaliza na day 4 na tunahitajika hapa day 6, ni kumaanisha they have 2 days to rest. So of those 2 days, tumechukua moja tukaleta hapa kwa C. That means hiyo moja imebaki tutaletea A. So hiyo moja imebaki tutaletea A. So that going forward, this now will be 1 plus 3, so this will be 4. And 4 plus 1 plus 1, this now will be 6. That is what will happen. That is what will happen. Haya. Mwingine sasa ni huyu. Huyu amenyang'anywa 2 days. So let's see whether it will work. So 2 days, it will be 4 plus 2, that is 6, plus 3, 9. Na tunahitajika hapa ni 10. So hiyo iko sawa. Hiyo iko sawa. So we have a crash. So kama crash, down there, tengeneza a table like this. We have the activity and the savings. The activity and the savings. The activity and the savings. So wa kwanza ni A. A tumerudisha 1 day at a cost of 200. So hiyo imetuokolea 200. A has saved 200. B hakuna kitu tumerudisha. C tumerudisha 1 day at a cost of 1500. So this will be 1500. D hakuna. E tumerudisha 2 days. So E is 2 at a cost of 300. So that is 600. F hakuna kitu, lakini G tumerudisha 2 days at a cost of 2000. So that is 4000. So the total savings, this is 17, 23, 63. That is 6,300. So let's go now to answer the questions. The first one was the network diagram, which we have done. Number 2 is the normal costs. So normal costs. Chukua calculator, you add those costs. Zile ziko pale. Chukua calculator useme 400 plus 300 plus 600 plus 100 plus 400 plus 700 plus 400 plus 500. Haya, nitumie hiyo jibu ndio nione kama bado tuko pamoja. Good, Catherine, Wachiro, good. Alice, good. 3,400. Lakini tunaambiwa by information 2, for every week there is overhead of 400. So 400 times 12. So 7 plus 400 times 12, and that gives you 8,200. 8,200. And then total cost if the project takes the minimum possible period. So the minimum cost. You remember in the normal circumstances to get the minimum cost, huwa tunasema it is the crash costs minus the savings. Minus the savings. Lakini sasa hapa hatujapewa the crash cost. Hatujapewa the crash cost. So what we will get is the normal cost plus the extra costs. The activities which have the extra costs. So this one will be the normal costs plus the extra costs. The extra costs. So this one will be these that 400. These that 400 plus 400 multiplied by, first of all, we multiply by 10. We multiply by 10. Hiyo ndio itakuwa namba yake. Then tuanze kuongezea the extra. Na extra itatoka kwa mwenye we have not been able to uncrash. We have not been able to uncrash. So A, ukiangalia A, ilikuwa imecrashiwa 2 days. Ilikuwa imenyang'anywa 2 days, 2 weeks. Lakini tumeweza kurudisha just 1 week. Tumerudisha just 1. So that means kuna moja imebaki. So that is 1, unaweza hata andika A hapo chini ndio ukumbuke ni ya nani, times 200. Plus we go to B. B, unaona hakuna mahali tumerudisha hapa. So ukiangalia kwa activity, unaona B haiko imenyang'anywa anything, you have not been crashed. So no extra cost. C ilikuwa imenyang'anywa 1 day, or rather 1 week, na tumerudisha. Hiyo haina shida. D haikuwa crashed, so no extra cost. E ilikuwa imenyang'anywa 2 weeks na tumerudisha 2 weeks, so hiyo haina shida. F ilikuwa imenyang'anywa 1 day, or rather 1 week, na tujarudisha kitu. So tukuja tuseme 1 because of F, and the slope for F is 700. The slope for F is 700. Huyo mwingine tulikuwa kwa F. G ilikuwa imenyang'anywa 2 days na tumemrudishia zote, so no extra costs. No extra costs. H alikuwa amenyang'anywa 1 na hatujarudisha, so 1 because of H, and the slope is 1,000. I hope you are able to get that concept. Remember, when you reduce the duration of a project, you will incur extra costs. You will incur extra costs. So that extra cost is what we are calling the slope or the saving. So with that now, give me the answer. This will be that 400 plus 400 times 10 plus 200 plus 700 plus 1,000. What do you get? Hapana Wajiro. Unapata 39. 39,900. I'm getting a different figure. Catherine, na wewe unapata nini? Let me see from Catherine. Good. Catherine ndio tunakubaliana 9,300. Hii ni 3,400 plus this will be 4,000. Here is 7,400 plus 200 plus 700 plus 1,000. Alice and Wajiro. Yeah. Wajiro revised. Alice, have you seen the difference? Yeah, good. Let me connect you back to the formulas that tumekuwa tukitumia. Zile formula tunatumiaga, tunasemanga extra cost is the normal cost. Sorry. Is the mean, yeah. It is the minimum cost minus normal cost. Ukitaka kujua the extra cost yote sasa ni 9,300 minus 8,200. So this is 1,100. Na ndio unaona kwa hii formula the minimum imepatikana as normal plus extra. So hiyo nimemaliza. Are we okay? We go to the next question. Naona masaa imeenda, sijui kama tutamaliza zote. Are we okay? Na hii usikusubue, unaona hii level ni kidogo compared na hii. Why ni kidogo? Because una hii, naona hii 400 na hii. Yeah. So that's the difference. But for now, wachana na hizo. Just get it that way. That's good enough. Yes, Alice, Wajiro, Catherine. Okay, good. All right, let's go to the next one, which is about the Gantt charts. Ask question 24. Question 24. So once again, let's do the sketch. Let's do the sketch. So the sketch is that A is non-preceded, B is also non-preceded, C and D, they come from A. So C and D. Then E and F. So E and F, they come from B. G comes from BE. So hizo zinaweza patana hapa. To have G. And H ni FG. So naweza kuja tena wapatane hapa. This is G. Ndio tukue na H hapo. Alafu wakuja wapatane hapa na C. So with that, we can have the network diagram. Network diagram. So this is A, this is B, this is E, this is B, so this is F, this is G, this is H, and then this is C. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We create the durations. A is 8, B is 4, C is 4, B is 14, C is 6, C is 6, D is 6 also, E is 4, F 4, G4, and H6. So very quickly, this is 0, 0 plus 8, 8. This is 14, 14. This is 18, 18. That is 22, 22 plus 6. This is 28, 28. This is 22. This is 18. This is 14. This is 12. And this is 0. So this is critical, this is critical, this is critical, and that is critical. So I don't think anyone has a problem at that point. I think we are very, very much okay. But come out with an issue, you can let me know. So that shafanya hivyo, we come here and try to draw want to draw Gantt charts. Gantt charts. So have you finished this one? Kama umemaliza hapo sema yes. Yes, what zero? Yes, Catherine. Alice, good. So sasa nataka tuchore Gantt, Gantt chart. So Gantt chart tulisema inachorangwa namna hii. We have the y-axis here. Then the x-axis, weka 5. This is 10. This is 15, 20, 25, and 30. And this is x-axis. X-axis. Sasa hapa tunakuwa na mtu anaitwa completion period. Anaitwa completion period. Na sasa hii run up to 28. Up 28. Up 28. So, nilikwambia what we want to do, tunataka kuchukua hii tuilete hapa. And it's a matter of estimation. It's a matter of estimation. So tuanze na B. So B inakimbia all the way to 14. So utafute 14 yako iko wapi hapa? Mine is here. 14. 14 is here. So I will put there. So that is B. Something like that. B here for 14. Here is 14 iko hapa. Sorry that my scale is a bit small. When B finishes, two activities start. Two activities start. That is activity E and F. So put hapa, you mark somewhere here, na mwingine hapa. That way, I told you here, we use the starting point as the stroke. And when they start, each one of them is taking 4 days. So 4 plus 14 is 18. So put out after 18. According to my scale, 18 is somewhere here. So come on, 18. Mark that way. Then ikue katikati ya hizo hivi na hivi. So huyu ni F and this is E. I told you you can connect them with the very mild dots, or you just ignore. Just ignore. Guy too evil. Guy too evil. Now, hii ikimaliza lazima B ikuwe imemaliza. So wacha tuendee A. So A will finish day 8. So kuja ulime day 8 hapa. Day 8 is somewhere here. And because 2 other activities will be starting, you can mark for D there. And then hapa juu kidogo, you mark for C. So let's have A here. A is there. A is there for 8 days. And when A is there for 8 days, D will take 6 days together with C. So watamaliza day 14. So day 14 ni hapa, which I had already marked. Yeah. So nikuje nitafute hapa na huyu hapa. So huyu mwenye hapo chini na huyu hapo hapa juu. So huyu ni C and this is D. And that one is D. That one is D. So D ikimaliza together with E, they precede G. So G itakuja kutoka hapa katikati ya B na E. So somewhere here, between D and E, we have G taking 4 days. So because it has hapa where E stopped at 14, itamaliza day, not at 14. This was 18. At 18, itamaliza day 22. So kuja to mark hapa 22. This is now G. That is G there. Alafu H inatoka katikati ya G na F. So G na F. So hapa somewhere here at the center of those two, G na F, somewhere here. Inatoka hapo, inakuja mpaka day 28. So let me look for my 28 somewhere here. So 28. That is H. That is what we call the Gantt chart. The Gantt chart. So the next thing that I told you how it is done is to get the resources. And the resources, you get them like this. Unakuja hapa, unawekelea rula hii. That is the first completion period that we have. So hapo tuko na A and B. A and B. So with A and B, A requires 8 people, and B requires 4. So tell me how many are those? 8 plus 4 is what? 8 plus 4, let me see. 12, good. So you're tunaiandika somewhere there. To go to the next completion period, ni hii iko hapa. Sasa hiyo tuko na 3 activities. Tuko na B, tuko na D na tuko na C. Sasa ukiangalia kwa karatasi yako, C inahitaji 4 workers, B inahitaji 8 and B inahitaji 4. So tell me 4 plus 4 plus 8 is what? 4 plus 4 plus 8 is 16. Good. So hiyo ni 16. Haya, huyo mwingine hapa. So hiyo space nyingine tuko na E and F. E and F ndio zina run together. So ukienda kwa your resource requirement, E it requires 12 workers and F requires 6. So tell me 12 plus 6 is 18. Good. Huyo mwingine ni hapa. So hapo tuko na G only. G only. And G inahitaji only 6 people. G requires only 6 people. Na huyu wa mwisho ni H. H peke yake anahitaji 8. Peke yake anahitaji 8. So ukishafanya hivyo, you now seek to draw something called unbalanced resource profile. So we draw another graph. I'm just going to mark the completions. So the first completion is happening on this is 8. So 8 plus 3 is 11. That's where I have my 8. The next one is 14. So 14 plus 3 is 17. The next one is 18. 18 plus 3 is 21. The next one is 22. So 22, that gives me 25. The next one is 28. 28 gives me 31. So these are the completion periods. Ya kwanza ni 8. Hiyo ingine ni 14. Hiyo ingine ni 18. Hiyo ingine ni 22. Na huyo mwingine ni 28. I'm doing that because of my scale. Space yake ni dogo. But you can run them 1, 2, 3 namna hiyo. Then huyu naye tunahitaji, so I can do 2, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So if I say these are 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. So this is y-axis, and this is manpower. So sasa hii nimekuambia huwa inaitwa unbalanced resource profile. Unbalanced resource profile. Unbalanced resource profile. So here, the first period is, it requires 12 people. So 12 hapa, where nimekuwa na A and B mpaka day 8. Then iende mpaka day 14. Na 14 inahitaji watu 16. So hiyo space nayo tumesema tuko na B, tuko na C na tuko na D. Huyo mwingine naye ameenda mpaka 18. Bado iko na 18 people. Kuna 18 workers. Na hao ni E and F. E na F. Hiyo ingine ni day 22. Day 22 kuna watu 6. Hapo ni moja tu G. Na huyu mwingine ni watu 8. This is x-axis. Then this is completion times or completion period. Have you finished? Maliza niambie yes. Maliza sema yes. Alice, Catherine, good. Zero, we finish. Good, we are finished. So the last question tunaulizwa, you advise them on the number of workers that should be engaged. So I told you, you are supposed now to do something called balanced resource profile, but that may take a lot of your time. So the simple thing I would want you to do in an exam is kuangalia hapa, where most guys will be. So unaangalia hii. What do you think should be the average workers? Uniambie, the average, kiulizwa hapo tuambie how many workers we should have. So that to avoid kitu ya fire, tuchukue a given number. When you look at it, how many do you think we should have? So that we don't have cases of a lot of excess workers, shortages. You're not able to tell. Okay, we have E12. Naona ukichukua watu 12, you can assume hawa excess watakatwa waingizwe hapa ndani. You can assume, but you need to confirm. That confirmation is done when you're doing a balanced one. But for now, just go with the assumption. Tukiweka hii excess hii hapa tu, tuikate tuweke hapa. That is what I can say for the exam purposes. So you advise them to go for 12 workers. And I think that is good enough for our revision. Sasa hii imebaki, hii ni ya ile ya part. I believe that one you can be able to do on your own. The revision we have been doing, we have done several. So because it's already 8 minutes past 1, let us not stretch ourselves too much. So we therefore come to the end of our lesson today and to the end of the blocks and the semester. So on my own behalf and that of the school, and also that of my family, I take this opportunity to wish you all the very best in the exams. What I can say, what Giro is saying, I summarize the right topics. I don't want to get into that direction, Giro, because if I try to do that, I will just be projecting something I don't know. And in the event it does not appear as I have said, it will be too bad. What I would just say is, what I have taught you is good enough. Especially the topics we have covered in this handout. Just look at them. Familiarize yourself with what we have done, especially in this handout. It will be good enough. Yeah, but don't confine yourself of what is right. What is right, so that you don't get surprised when you go to the exam, finding something that you are not expecting to find or not finding something that you expected to find. So I hope that is okay, Watiro. Don't narrow down to anything else other than what I have given you. Summarize that, it will be good enough. The other thing is, as you know, you cannot know everything. It's only God who knows everything. So just focus on a few things, rather on what you are able to understand.
The rest yenye kuelewi hiyo kuachia kazi na Mungu. Hiyo ingine uache. But put a lot of effort on what you're able to understand. Don't relax. Don't reduce the momentum. And you'll be able to pass. When you go to the exam, make sure you manage your time well. Especially ukipata maswali kama ya network na maswali ya time series, which are very simple. You need to be very careful because they can take a lot of your time. No single question should take more than 30 minutes. No single question should take more than 30 minutes. Hata ukiona unaielewa na utapata the final solution. 30 minutes ikiisha kama hujamaliza, achana na hiyo swali, go to something else. Then zile 30 minutes the baki commission utarudi kujaza. And be confident. I'm sure you are well prepared. You are much better than any other person. I believe so without any fear of doubt. So I believe that you are going to pass, and not only pass, but even to get awards. And above all, remember to involve God in what you are doing. So we wish you the best. We hope to meet you on 26th. On 26th of this month in section 5. In section 5. Don't wait for the results because the semester is short. August, we have another set of exams, so don't wait. Just come and proceed. Help us in marketing, and we are grateful. Thank you for being our students. Thank you, Alice, and also God bless you. So we call it a day at that point. Thank you so much, all of you. Thank you, Alice. Thank you, Catherine and Wajiro. Thank you.